Welcome to your practice test 3. Next section. Learn neural network fundamentals. Question 1. The vanishing gradient problem refers to what during deep network training. Option A. Gradients become extremely small in early layers, slowing or stalling learning. Option A. Gradients become exactly zero because there is no data. Option A. The user loses the gradient files. Option A. The learning rate is set to 1. The correct answer is V. In deep networks, repeated multiplication of small derivatives, for example, from sigmoid by tan, shrinks gradients towards zero in early layers. Either residual connections and normalization mitigate this. Question 2. That is the key difference between batch, mini-batch, and stochastic gradient descent. Option A. How many training examples are used to compute each gradient update? Option A. The programming language used. Option A. Whether the model has attention. Option A. The number of output classes. The correct answer is V. Batch I uses the whole dataset per update, VA uses one example, and mini batch uses a small subset, trading off gradient noise, speed, and memory. Question 3. The softmax function is typically used in the output layer to do what? Option A. Convert raw scores logits into a probability distribution over classes. Option A. Compute the loss directly. Option A. Initialize the weights. Option A. Tokenize the input. The correct answer is V. Softmax exponentiates and normalizes logits so they sum to 1, yielding class probabilities. It is commonly paired with cross-entropy loss for classification. Question 4. Which statements comparing deep learning to traditional learning are generally true? Select all that apply. Option A. Deep learning can learn features automatically from raw data. Option A. Deep learning typically benefits from large datasets. Option A. Deep learning often benefits from open acceleration. Option A. Deep learning always needs less data than traditional learning. The correct answers are V and A. Deep learning learns hierarchical features automatically, thrives on large data, and uses ABS, but it generally requires more data than classical learning, not less. Next section. Transformer architecture and attention. Question 5. That is the main purpose of layer normalization in a transformer block. Option A. Metabolize and speed up training by normalizing activations across features. Option A. Convert text into tokens. Option A. Restore the attention weights permanently. Option A. Replace the attention mechanism. The correct answer is V. Layer normalization standardizes activations within each layer, reducing internal covariate shift and helping deep transformers train stably and converge faster. Question 6. Why do transformer blocks use residual skip connections? Option A. They let gradients flow through deep networks and ease optimization. Option A. They double the vocabulary size. Option A. They remove the need for attention. Option A. They encrypt the activations. The correct answer is V. Residual connections add a layer's input to its output, preserving information and allowing gradients to bypass layers, crucial for training very deep transformers. Question 7. Which model is an example of an encoder-decoder sequence-to-sequence transformer? Option A. Option 5. Option A. Option A. 8050. The correct answer is V. A 5 text-to-text transfer transformer is an encoder-decoder model framing every lab task as text-to-text. The encoder reads input and the decoder generates output. Question 8. Which statements about transformer attention are correct? Select all that apply. Option A. Decoder self-attention is typically causal masked to prevent seeing future tokens. Option A. Cross attention lets a decoder attend to encoder outputs. Option A. Attention weights are computed with a softmax. Option A. Attention requires recurrence over time steps. The correct answers are V and A. Causal masking, cross attention, and softmax normalized weights are real attention features. Attention specifically avoids recurrence, computing over all positions in parallel. Next section. Fundamentals and tokenization. Question 9. That does it mean that NCA generates text autoaggressively? Option A. It generates one token at a time, conditioning each new token on previously generated tokens. Option A. It generates the entire output in a single non-sequential step. Option A. It regresses numerical values only. Option A. It trains itself without any data. The correct answer is V. Bootogressive decoding produces tokens sequentially. Each step feeds prior tokens back in to predict the next, continuing until a stop condition or max length. Question 10. That is the purpose of the key value cache during the inference. Option A. Do store past tokens, keys and values so they are not recomputed each step. Option A. Do catch the user's password. Option A. Do store the entire training dataset. Option A. to compress the model weights? The correct answer is V. During autogressive generation, the app cache stores keys and values for previous tokens, so each new token only computes attention against cached states, greatly speeding up inference. Question 11. That is a foundation model. Option A, a large model pre-trained on broad data that can be adapted to many downstream tasks. Option A, a model that only works for one narrow task. Option A, a model with no parameters. Option N, a physical server rack. The correct answer is V. Foundation models, for example, large DAs, are pre-trained on broad data at scale and serve as a base that can be fine-tuned or prompted for many tasks. Question 12. Which factors increase the latency or cost of the inference? Select all that apply. Option A, generating more output tokens. Option A, longer input prompt, more context tokens. Option A, larger model, more parameters. Option N, using a smaller quantized model. The correct answers are V and A. Longer prompts, more generated tokens, and larger models all raise compute, memory, and latency. Quantization and smaller models reduce cost. Next section. Prompt engineering. Question 13. What does top P nucleus sampling do during generation? Option A, samples from the smallest set of tokens whose cumulative probability exceeds P. Option A, always picks the single most likely token. Option A, bets the learning rate during training. Option A, removes the tokenizer. The correct answer is V. Top P sampling restricts choices to the nucleus of tokens covering cumulative probability P, balancing diversity and coherence by dynamically sizing the candidate set. Question 14. Compared to zero shot, a key advantage of few shot prompting is that it Option A, demonstrates the desired format and pattern via in-context examples. Option A, permanently updates the model's weights. Option A, eliminates the need for a model. Option A, always uses less context. The correct answer is V. Few short examples show the model the expected input-output mapping, often improving accuracy and formatting at the cost of consuming more of the context window. Question 15. Which of the following are decoding by sampling parameters used at inference time? Select all that apply. Option A, temperature. Option A, P nucleus. Option A, burning rate. The correct answers are V and A. Temperature, top K, top P, and max tokens shape generation at inference. Turning rate governs weight updates during training, not decoding. Next section. Fine-tuning to rev and pineapple. Question 16. That is catastrophic forgetting in the context of fine-tuning. Option A. Then fine-tuning on new data causes the model to lose previously learned capabilities. Option A. Then the model forgets its drivers. Option A. Then the tokenizer is deleted. Option A. Then training data is encrypted. The correct answer is V. Catastrophic forgetting occurs when updating weights on a new task overrides knowledge from earlier training. Pineapple, replay, and lower learning rates help mitigate it. Question 17. In which scenario is fine-tuning generally more appropriate than A? Option A, teaching the model a specific style, format, or skill not easily supplied as context. Option A, injecting frequently changing up to the minute facts. Option A, avoiding any change to model behavior. Option A, reducing the model's parameter count. The correct answer is V. Fine-tuning excels at instilling consistent style, format, or specialized skills. AU is better for dynamic or large factual knowledge that changes often. They can be combined. Question 18. Which of the following are model adaptation or parameter efficient tuning approaches? Select all that apply. Option A, prefix tuning. Option A, tuning by prompt tuning. Option A, increasing the monitor brightness. The correct answers are V and A. Prefix tuning, prompt by P tuning, and adapters are parameter efficient adaptation methods. Monitor settings are unrelated. Next section. Python libraries for the miss. Question 19. That does the fogging pace accelerate library help with? Option A, learning training by inference across obvious, and multi-user setups with minimal code change. Option A, editing raster images. Option A, deriving faggot pages. Option A, managing email campaigns. The correct answer is V. Accelerate abstracts device placement and distributed setup so the same PyTorch code can run on a single multi-user, or with little modification. Question 20. The bits and bytes library is commonly used for what in the workflows? Option A, allow bit quantization, for example 8 bit by 4 bit to reduce memory during training by inference. Option A, growing cards. Option A, blending wave messages. Option A, compiling a ++ code. The correct answer is V. Bits and Bytes provides 8 BI, T and 4 BI, T quantization and optimizers, enabling large models and super fine-tuning to fit in limited open memory. Question 21. That is the primary purpose of VTHR. Option A. High throughput re-inference serving, notably via efficient YAB cache management, paged attention. Option U. Labeling training images. Option A. Wielding spreadsheets. Option A. Managing AI records. The correct answer is V. V30 is an inference by serving engine that boosts throughput and memory efficiency using paged attention for the YAB cache and continuous batching. Question 22. Which of the following are tools by databases used to store and search embeddings for AVA? Select all that apply. Option A. Option A. Lilvers. Option A. Roma. Option A. Matplotlib. The correct answers are V, and Fabio, Lilvers, Roma, Pinicon, and Deviate store and search vector embeddings. Matplotlib is for visualization, not retrieval. Next section, ABU and training attack. Question 23. That is ABU retriever. Option A. A collection of microservices by models for building retrieval, embedding, and re-ranking in AU pipelines. Option A. A spreadsheet plugin. Option A. A cooling system. Option A. A version control tool. The correct answer is V. Lilo Retriever provides accelerated embedding and re-ranking models offered as LEA microservices to power high-quality enterprise retrieval augmented generation. Question 24. That is the purpose of AV data loading library. Option A. Accelerating data loading and preprocessing pipelines on the web. Option A. Moving that is over angle. Option A. Ascending neural architectures. Option A. Editing documents. The correct answer is V. AV offloads data loading and augmentation, especially for images by video, to the web, removing input bottlenecks during training and inference. Question 25. Which best distinguishes NCA from written inference server? Option A. NCA optimizes by compiles models, written serves models to clients. Option A. They are identical products with different names. Option A. NCA is a database, written is a browser. Option A. Both are only for training, not inference. The correct answer is V. TensorRay is an optimizer by runtime that compiles models for fast inference. Triton is a serving system that hosts models, including TensorRay engines, and handles requests, batching, and scaling. Question 26. Which of the following are ABO components involved in deploying or accelerating V inference? Select all that apply. Option A. Return inference server. Option A. TensorRay by TensorRay. Option A. Revision inference microservices. Option A. Microsoft Excel. The correct answers are V and written NCA by NCA and reform may be used inference deployment stack. Axel is unrelated. Next section. Written NCA and deployment. Question 27. Triton's model ensemble feature allows you to do what? Option A. Train multiple models by preprocessing steps into a single inference pipeline. Option A. Train several models simultaneously. Option A. Encrypt the network traffic only. Option A. Delete unused models automatically. The correct answer is V. A written ensemble defines a directed pipeline, for example, tokenize greater than model, greater than post process, so multiple steps execute as one request, reducing round trips and latency. Question 28. In TensorRay and similar engines, what problem does a paged YAB cache paged attention address? Option A. Fragmented and wasteful open memory used by the growing YAB cache during generation. Option A. Below disk reads of the dataset. Option A. Tokenizer mismatches. Option A. Lack of training data. The correct answer is V. Paged attention manages the YAB cache in non-contiguous pages like virtual memory, reducing fragmentation and enabling higher batch sizes and throughput for TOI serving. Question 29. That does in-flight continuous batching provide for TOI serving? Option A. New requests can join the batch as others finish, keeping the highly utilized. Option A. It waits for all requests to finish before starting any new ones. Option A. It trains the model continuously. Option A. It disables batching entirely. The correct answer is V. Continuous by in-flight batching dynamically adds and removes sequences from the running batch as they start and finish, maximizing throughput for variable length generations. Question 30. Which techniques help increase serving throughput? Select all that apply. Option A. Continuous in-flight batching. Option A. Quantization to lower precision. Option A. Efficient YAB cache management, paging. Option A. Forcing batch size to exactly one always. The correct answers are N. Continuous batching, quantization, and page tab cache raise throughput. Always serving one request at a time wastes over parallelism. Next section. AIO and DIV application development. Question 31. That is the role of a re-ranker in an AIO pipeline. Option A. To reorder retrieved candidates by relevance, improving which passages reach the TIE. Option to generate the final answer instead of the TIE. Option to empty the user query only. Option to delete the vector database. The correct answer is V. Bury ranker, often a cross encoder, scores query passage pairs more precisely than initial vector retrieval, promoting the most relevant chunks before they are passed to the target. Question 32. That is hybrid search in retrieval systems. Option A. Combining semantic vector search with keyword by lexical search. Option A. Searching two databases at random. Option A. Using only exact string matching. Option A. Disabling retrieval entirely. The correct answer is V. Hybrid search blends dense vector similarity with sparse lexical methods, for example, OU2, 5, capturing both semantic meaning and exact keyword matches for better recall and precision. Question 33. Which practices can improve retrieval quality in an AIO system? Select all that apply. Option A. Using an appropriate chunk size and overlap. Option A. Using a strong embedding model. Option A. Embedding a re-ranking step. Option A. Embedding documents with a random vector generator. The correct answers are O and wood chunking, high quality embeddings, hybrid search, and re ranking all improve retrieval. Random embeddings would make retrieval meaningless. Next section. Data preprocessing and feature engineering. Question 34. That is stratified sampling used for when splitting data. Option A. Preserving the class distribution across train by validation by test splits. Option A. Randomly deleting half the data. Option A. Encrypting the labels. Option A. Increasing the number of classes. The correct answer is V. A stratified sampling ensures each split has roughly the same class proportions as the full dataset, which is important for imbalanced classification problems. Question 35. That is data augmentation. Option A. Creating additional training examples via transformations of existing data. Option A. Deleting noisy samples only. Option A. Reducing the dataset to one row. Option A. Encrypting the dataset. The correct answer is V. Augmentation expands and diversifies training data, for example, text paraphrasing by back translation, image flips by crops, improving generalization, especially with limited data. Question 36. Standardization is score scaling transforms a feature so that it has what properties? Option A. Mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1. Option A. Value strictly between 0 and 1. Option A. Only integer values. Option A. No change to the data. The correct answer is V. Standardization subtracts the mean and divides by the standard deviation, giving each feature zero mean and unit variance, helpful for many gradient and distance-based methods. Question 37. Which approach is reasonable for a categorical feature with very high cardinality, for example, thousands of categories? Option A. Thus target by frequency encoding or learned embeddings instead of plain one-hot encoding. Option A. Always one-hot encode all categories. Option A. Delete the feature without analysis. Option A. Convert it to a single random number. The correct answer is V. 5 cardinality categoricals are better handled with target by frequency encoding or embeddings. Naive one-hot creates extremely sparse, high-dimensional features. Question 38. Which of the following are encoding techniques for categorical variables? Select all that apply. Option A. One-hot encoding. Option A. Variable encoding. Option A. Target main encoding. Option A. Min-max scaling. The correct answers are O and non-hot label, target by mean, and embedding encodings handle categorical data. Then max scaling applies to continuous numeric features. Next section. Experiment reassign. Question 39. How does grid search differ from random search for hyperparameter tuning? Option A. Grid search tries all combinations on a predefined grid. Random search samples combinations randomly. Option A. They are identical. Option A. Grid search never uses validation data. Option A. Random search can only tune one parameter. The correct answer is V. Grid search exhaustively evaluates every combination in a grid, expensive in high dimensions. Random search samples configurations and often finds good ones faster in large spaces. Question 40. That is the benefit of stratified k-fold cross-validation over plain k-fold. Option A. Natchfold preserves the overall class distribution, improving estimates on imbalanced data. Option it uses no validation data. Option it always runs faster. Option A, it removes the need for a test set. The correct answer is V. A stratified k-fold keeps class proportions consistent across folds, giving more reliable performance estimates for imbalanced classification than naive random folds. Question 41. The bias variance trade-off describes the tension between which two sources of error. Option A. Error from overly simple assumptions bias versus error from sensitivity to training data variance. Option A. Error from the human versus error from the human. Option A. Error from the tokenizer versus the optimizer. Option A. Error from too much data versus too little electricity. The correct answer is V. Phi bias underfitting comes from overly simple models. High variance overfitting comes from excessive sensitivity to training data. Good models balance the two. Question 42. Which actions can help reduce overfitting? Select all that apply. Option A. Collecting more training data. Option A. Wedding regularization, for example, E2 dropout. Option A. Using a simpler model or early stopping. Option A. Memorizing the test set. The correct answers are V and A. Low data regularization, simpler models, early stopping, and cross-validation reduce overfitting. Touching the test set during training is leakage, not a remedy. Next section, nodal evaluation and metrics. Question 43. That does the Yeoman metric summarize for a binary classifier? Option A. The model's ability to rank positives above negatives across all thresholds. Option A. The exact number of model parameters. Option A. The training time in seconds. Option A. The size of the dataset. The correct answer is V. YMR is the area under the true positive rate versus false positive rate curve. 1 is perfect ranking and 0.5 is random. It is threshold independent. Question 44. Uyghur score is based primarily on what? Option A. Lagrange precision overlap between generated text and reference text with a brevity penalty. Option A. The model's parameter count. Option A. Urban memory usage. Option A. The number of training epochs. The correct answer is V. OGM measures how many n-grams in the candidate appear in the references, combined across n-gram sizes with a brevity penalty to discourage overly short outputs. Question 45. THI is human evaluation or THI as a judge, often used for generative models. Option A. Automatic n-gram metrics may not capture coherence, helpfulness, or factual quality. Option A. Because automatic metrics are impossible to compute. Option A. Because generation has only one correct output. Option A. Because humans cannot read text. The correct answer is V. Open-ended generation has many acceptable answers. Metrics like Uyghur by Yeoman miss nuance, so human ratings or strong THI judging assess qualities like coherence and helpfulness. Question 46. Which are valid ways to evaluate the quality of THI generated text? Select all that apply. Option A. Reference-based metrics such as Uyghur by Yeoman. Option A. Human preference judgments. Option A. Last specific accuracy on benchmarks, for example, exact match for show. Option A. Counting the number of verbs used. The correct answers are V and A. Reference metrics, human evaluation, and benchmark accuracy all assess generation quality. A count is a resource measure, not a quality metric. Next section, data analysis and visualization. Question 47. A heat map is particularly useful for visualizing what? Option A correlation matrix or a grid of values via color intensity. Option A single scalar number. Option A Morse code structure. Option A audio waveforms. The correct answer is V. Heat maps encode matrix values as colors, making them ideal for correlation matrices, confusion matrices, and any 2A table where you want to spot patterns quickly. Question 48. What does skewness describe about a data distribution? Option A. The degree and direction of asymmetry around the mean. Option A. The exact number of data points. Option A. The file size of the dataset. Option A. The model's accuracy. The correct answer is V. Skewness measures asymmetry, positive, right, skew has a long right tail, negative, left, skew a long left tail. It informs transformations like log scaling. Question 49. In pandas, the groupie operation is primarily used to do what? Option A. Split data into groups and compute aggregate statistics per group. Option A. Train a neural network. Option A. Render a 3A scene. Option A. Encrypt a data frame. The correct answer is V. Groupie implements the split apply combine pattern. Rows are grouped by keys, and aggregation sum mean count is applied and results are combined into a summary. Question 50. Which chart is most appropriate for showing a trend over time? Option A, line chart. Option Y chart. Option A, Wingle bar chart. Option A, locator matrix. The correct answer is V. Time charts connect values across a continuous axis, usually time, making trends, seasonality, and changes easy to perceive. Next section, FBM and accelerated data machines. Question 51. Leading a large hub with an hub instead of pandas typically provides what benefit? Option A, much faster parsing and loading by using the hub. Option A, automatic labeling of the data. Option A, warranted removal of all errors. Option A, conversion of text to speech. The correct answer is V. Nilog parses and loads large files on the web in parallel, often providing major speedups over pandas while exposing a near identical web. Question 52. Which task is well suited for? Option A, training machine learning models, for example, k-means random forest on the web. Option O, nerving web traffic. Option A, editing call calls. Option A, managing email. The correct answer is V. NILIT provides implementations of classical algorithms, clustering, regression, nearest neighbors, with a scikit-learn-like way for large speedups. Question 53. Then using MBO, what is an important practical consideration? Option A, datasets and intermediate results must fit within available open memory or be scaled with GASC. Option A, it only works without any data. Option A, it disables the boot permanently. Option A, it requires rewriting code in Java. The correct answer is V. Our memory is typically smaller than system able, so large workloads may need careful memory management or multi-hopper scaling via GASC out by GASC window. Question 54. Which tuple library mappings are correct? Select all that apply. Option A, Nyog is the Uber counterpart of pandas. Option A, Nlr is the Uber counterpart of scikit-learn. Option A, Graph is the Uber counterpart of network. Option A, Nyog is the Uber counterpart of Microsoft Toad. The correct answers are V and LBM mirrors familiar libraries, Nlog by pandas, Nlr by scikit-learn, Ngraph by network. Toad processors have no LBM equivalent. Next section, alignment and resolve. Question 55. In classic resolve, what is the role of the copy algorithm? Option A, it is the reinforcement learning optimizer that updates the policy to maximize the reward model's score. Option A, it tokenizes the input text. Option A, it stores embeddings for retrieval. Option A, it compresses the final model. The correct answer is V. Proximal policy optimization (POI) is commonly used in REFO to update the DOI policy toward higher reward model scores while a yard penalty keeps it close to the reference model. Question 56. That is the core idea behind constitutional way. Option A, using a set of written principles to have the model critique and revise its own responses. Option A, training without any guiding principles. Option A, replacing the model with a rule-based system. Option A, only using human labels for every example. The correct answer is V. Constitutional way guides a model with explicit principles, a constitution, having its self-critique and revise outputs, reducing the need for large amounts of human preference labeling. Question 57. Which of the following are techniques used to align bias with human intent? Select all that apply. Option A, supervised fine-tuning on demonstrations. Option A, reinforcement learning from human feedback resolve. Option A, direct preference optimization demo. Option A, randomly shuffling the model weights. The correct answers are V and A. And constitutional by Levy methods align models to human intent. Randomizing weights is destructive, not an alignment method. Next section, trustworthy way ethics, OS and safety. Question 58. That is the purpose of a content moderation by toxicity filter around and here. Option A, do detect and block harmful, unsafe, or policy violating inputs or outputs. Option do speed up training. Option do reduce the model's parameter count. Option A, do improve overcooling. The correct answer is V. Moderation systems screen prompts and responses for toxicity, hate, self-harm, and other unsafe content, blocking or revising them to keep deployments safe and compliant. Question 59. Why is model explainability by interpretability important for trustworthy way? Option A, it helps stakeholders understand and trust why a model produced a given output, aiding debugging and accountability. Option A, it makes the model run on more obvious. Option A, it guarantees the model is 100% accurate. Option A, it encrypts the model weights. The correct answer is V. Explainability techniques, feature attributions, attention analysis, rationales help users understand model behavior, detect bias, debug errors, and meet accountability or regulatory needs. Question 60. Which of the following are responsible best practices for deploying bias? Select all that apply. Option evaluating models for bias and fairness across groups. Option embedding guardrails and content moderation. Option documenting limitations in model cards. Option providing all information about training data and risks. The correct answers are and responsible way includes fairness evaluation, guardrails, transparency, model cards, human oversight, and privacy protection. Concealing risks works against trustworthy way. That completes the practice test. Review the explanations for any questions you missed, and good luck on your certification exam.